I and my wife just married and life has thrown its worst at us right out the gate. How do I cope alone while acting like the strong husband who's holding it all together? So my wife F29 and I am 31 just got married the Saturday before last in Texas, from OK. And the next night, I had to take her to the hospital in San Antonio for stomach pains she's been having and was hurting so bad she couldn't stop throwing up. I took her to the hospital, and since she has her medical card and smokes, every day they diagnosed her with this and sent her home that day. Well, by the time we got back to Oklahoma Sunday, we were back in the hospital, and after they blamed it on the weed again, I demanded that they do tests and find out the problem for my wife for sure. Guess what the results were? Her gallbladder was functioning at 7%, and they removed her gallbladder immediately the next morning on Tuesday, which was a dangerous and scary situation. Lucky us, there was complications after the surgery, and she was experiencing an abnormal amount of pain afterwards, which broke my heart to watch her constantly in pain crying. So after 3 hospital trips and spending 7 or the 9 days married in hospital so far, she is finally going home today. With all of that said, I have refused to break my newly stated vows of sickness and health and spent every second by her side without leaving except for once to go home get more clothes. I used every vacation day I had left at work and ended up with a migraine yesterday from exhaustion and stress of lack of sleep. Point being is that I'm learning quickly that caring/worrying for someone you love more than anything like that will affect you mentally, and you have a responsibility to take care of yourself as well because everyone has things they're going through personally. I've done my best to keep my composure this whole time, but I had moments alone where I've broke down. Example. Looking at her empty bed after the surgeon called and said there was problems after the surgery, while I heard her crying in the background and realizing there's a chance I will never even see my wife again alive. I guess y'all should know a little background about me, as well, since I'm the one looking for answers. I was in the Marine Corps when I was younger, and guess you could say not just the average Joe, RASP and SEER training. Although I wouldn't say there's much special about me at the same time besides I'm hard-headed, and the fear of failing got me through it all. I did 2 tours in Afghanistan, and although some things you can't forget, I think I'm as normal as I can be after it all. I wasn't the best person back then, though, and didn't always treat others as well as I should have, but that all changed 2 years ago when I met my now wife. I've never loved or cared about anything or anyone ever in my life the way I do my wife. She is the best thing that could have ever happened to me, and I'm forever grateful to have her. When I say I would kill/die for this woman, I mean it in every sense of the words. I've never been in much of a caretaking role like this before, and it's really just us and no family within an easy driving distance, 3 hours. So what are some things that helped you cope with the stress of feeling helpless when you love someone so much you would take the pain on yourself if you could?